everyone. We're going to graph this problem right here. This is our number 2. And we're going to find the equation of the secant line containing x is negative 2 to 1. So we're finding the average rate of change. So to get started, I'm going to be doing these other problems on different videos because it makes the video too long. So here's your secant line. Remember, secant line is just the average rate of change, which equals the slope. And we're going from negative 2 to 1. So I need to find f of negative 2 to get my y. And when I do that, I get f of negative 2 equals negative 2 squared minus 5, which equals 4 minus 5, which equals negative 1. So that's your f of negative 2. So that's your first point. And then let's try f of 1. So f of 1 is just going to be 1 squared minus 5, which equals negative 4. So there's your 2 points. And once you have those 2 points, you can just use this formula here and make it easy on yourself. So let's do that. Our slope of the secant line is going to be, I'll let this be 0.2 and this be 0.1. So I'll just go negative 4 minus a negative 1 divided by 1 minus a negative 2. And this equals negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. And this is just going to be 3. So our slope is going to be negative 1. Now let's graph this. And we have our slope because we have to get the equation of the line. Now this is just a shift, quadratic equation shift down by 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your y-intercept. To get your x-intercepts, we can factor this as x minus square root of 5 times x plus the square root of 5. Whoops. Square root of 5. Square root of 5 is approximately 2 1/4. So I'm just going to get, we're just sketching this anyway, 2 1/4. I'll just put a dot here and a 2 1/4 here and just kind of get an estimate for that. So here we go. And it's hard to draw in here. So there's your graph, something like that. Now we also have our 2 points. We're looking for negative 2 to 1. All right, so negative 2 is somewhere in here. And that was, I forgot what that was. Negative 2, negative 1. So it's negative 2, negative 1. So I should have probably drawn this better. All right. And 1 goes to negative 4. So that's right here. So this was 1, negative 4. Now what you're doing is you're finding the average rate of change from here 2 to negative 1, right here. What's the average rate of change of this curve here? All right, what's the average rate of change? And you merely just connect these 2 points, and that's your slope. And you could actually see I did a pretty good job here. The slope is negative 1. All right, now to get the equation, you're just going to write y equals mx plus b. You can use point slope form if you want. I find this a little easier. My slope is negative 1. And then to find the b, we just need to plug in one of these points. It doesn't really matter. I'll just go ahead and plug in that one. So my y is negative 1. And my x is negative 2 plus b, and solve for b. So we get negative 1 equals 2 plus b. And, plus b. So when you subtract 2, you get negative 3 equals b. So our equation is y equals negative x minus 3. And if you notice here on this equation here, you see your y-intercept of that negative 3. And what you want to do is actually extend this line, and there's your secant line like that. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.